how do you know if anything is actually real? Now, on the surface, I know this sounds kind of like a dumb, like pothead question, but I think it's actually a really good question. So the subject of this video is going to be ontology in physics. Ontology means the study and the pursuit of knowing what being is. What's real? What is actually real? How can you be sure that something is real and part of the real world? Now, I'm going to take an abstract concept and then a physical concept and then compare their validity in terms of realness given this sort of criteria that I'm going to lay out. So, what does it mean for something to be real? Something that's real for me should also be real for you and for other people, and should even be able to be argued that is real regardless of if we both exist, let's say. Let's say there were no human beings. What do we know is real about the world, right? If there were no human beings, even if there were no living organisms, maybe there's nothing that's alive, how do we know that these things are real? And just small tangent, you'll hear someone like Deepak Chopra say, the universe is just this quantum soup of entangled particles. There's no physicist that would ever come close to saying anything like that. So that idea is probably not real, but is nice to think about. And that's another important concept, distinguishing between what we want to be real because it's nice to think about or sounds good to us, and what is real independent of how we feel about it, right? Of course, that's why I like physics as much as I do, because of that, exactly that reason. It seems to me and I think to a lot of people that study it, to be one of the only things that we can know for sure is real. Now, this isn't to say that I think the laws of physics are sort of baked into nature. I think they constrain nature and they're models, but I don't think they're perfect. There's obviously, of course, places where physics breaks down all the time, the singularities of black holes or the very early universe just after the Big Bang, and so we need to update the model. But it is really good. It's like it seems to me to be the best effort that we've had so far. There are people, a lot of them out there, everybody not watching this, for example, who maybe don't like physics or they don't like math, and so those things can seem less real to those people because they just don't care about them, they're not interested in them. You know, we could take a sort of abstract concept like something like history, for example. Like, do I know George Washington crossed the Delaware? Like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you could read the accounts and it seems pretty satisfying. I can't say 100% sure I know that George Washington crossed the Delaware, but I do know that the electrons that Ben Franklin was moving around in his key and kite, I do know that those were the same as the ones that are around today. And that's interesting. Think about what you think is really real.